Welcome to Entre Palas y Picos. This day we have a great interview and with my partner of today is Enrique Arguello. Enrique.
Nice to meet you guys.
I would like to introduce a great labor stay with us. We are talking with him about his history, about what he does in the Layuna, a great worker. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. My name is Muhammed Yahaya, and I'm very honored and grateful to be here.
We are very honored. Enrique.
Thank you. Same team. It's a businessman, Local 270. It's nice to be with you guys.
Thank you. We will be back in minutes. We'll start the introduce.
Liuna Local 270 presenta Entre Palas y Picos. Manos a la obra. Entrevistas con expertos. Héroes de la construcción, con amenas charlas con los compañeros de obra. Porque aquí la información se trabaja con humor y sin rodeos. Iniciamos.
Welcome. This is my name is Armando Garcia. Good night, good day, and because this is my first program in English. So welcome to Entre Palas y Picos, and today we have a great interview and a great partner here. Enrique Arguello, but I would like to present to Mohammed. Mohammed, is it okay,
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes,
Mohammed. Nice to meet you, Mohammed.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Enrique,
Enrique Arguello.
Nice to have you.
No, thank you, Armando. Enrique Arguello from Labels Union Local 270. I'm proud to be here to one of our great members of Local 270, Mohammed. I know Mohammed for the last over 20 years. Over 20 years that I know Mohammed. When we were operating on the previous building, remember over there by Emory and Coleman Street?
Yeah.
And
You work together?
No, but I was a rank and file member and report to my union, and I saw Mohammed because Mohammed is a good example of an immigrant who traveled to the United States looking for a better life, looking to achieve the dream.
Wait, I have to read it. I want to, Mohammed, tell us who is Mohammed?
Yeah.
Who is Mohammed?
Well, my name is Muhammed Yahaya. I'm originally from Ghana, West Africa, and I've been in the union since 1998.
1998.
Yes, and I've known Enrique for over 20 years, and me and Enrique go way back. You know, I've worked on projects with him at the airport.
Yeah?
And he supported me, and he knows me when I was struggling in my life. And today I've got 18 years clean and sober.
Yo?
Yeah, and I've been through some hard times in my life, but I went to jail, I went to a program, and my life is 100% better today. And I'd like to thank the union a lot for supporting me.
But may I ask, and Enrique tell me you was anyway, how do you say it?
Homeless.
Yeah.
You was homeless?
Yeah, I was homeless. Yeah, I was homeless for many years. You know, I drank a lot. You know, and it was a struggle. You know,
Yeah.
and I had to hit rock bottom for me to get sober. You know, my camper was burnt down, so I had nowhere to go. So I went to the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
And the Salvation Army is not far from the Union Hall. It's right there off of Scott.
Yeah.
So I went there, and I went through a program, and it wasn't easy, but I went through my struggles, and today I have 18 years clean and sober.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
And can I say something?
Yeah.
And the great thing of Mohammed is that he approached the brotherhood of the Layuna Labor Union. And Labor Union is always here to help everyone, in particular people who struggle. And I know they struggle because he crossed the ocean, right, looking for a better life, knowing no one. So it's hard to survive here.
Yeah.
And I call Mohammed a survivor. I'm very proud of Mohammed because I knew Mohammed like 24 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was living on the creek of the Guadalupe Creek at one time. Then he joined the union, purchased a little RV trailer.
Yeah.
and then live for so many years in the parking lot of the union while working, and then we always have bad people, right? And some bad people, maybe new members, they born up your truck, your RV, and he didn't have a place to go. But then I saw him. We worked together in the airport for over 3 years.
Yeah.
In the San Jose
That
airport.
was your first work?
No. I've been in the union a long time. Yeah, but one of the projects.
Yeah, that one of the projects?
Yeah, that I worked on.
Just first work?
Oh, my first job, I worked all over, man. I worked with Goodfellow Brothers.
Else?
I worked with Silver Gates.
Yeah.
I worked with Rosendin Electric. I work with a lot of companies. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do? What was your...
General labor.
General labor.
Yeah, general labor. Yeah. And I worked over there at in Cupertino, Hanson Cement.
Yes.
Remember that smelter?
We worked together. I used to work there also.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You worked together there?
Yeah, we worked together. When he left, or he got laid off, I got in.
Yeah.
And he's a smart guy. He knows his rights. And he wasn't paid by the company, so right away he said, you gotta pay me, or then you gotta end up paying the late fees. And the company pay you right away.
Yeah.
Just what I
Tell me the truth. How was Enrique as a labor?
Enrique is a good guy. I remember when Jim Homer was the business agent. Business manager. He was the business manager, and Enrique used to come to the meetings all the time. Yeah. See, I've been coming to meetings for a long time because I used to live in the Union Hall in my camper.
Yeah.
And he told you the story.
He told me that. He told me.
So we come to union meetings, and boy, Enrique always come to the meetings, and he became the business agent.
Right.
And I'm so proud of Enrique too. He's an immigrant like me.
How do you find the union? How do you say, okay, you was
homeless.
Homeless?
Yeah.
And when you say that I want to work, who invited you to work?
Okay, see, I worked in electronics before.
Yeah.
And I'm a merchant mariner too. I worked on ships and drilling rigs.
Yeah.
So I met this lady in a bar. And I told her, man, look, I want to leave my job in electronics, because I work with ladies, and ladies, they're difficult to get along with, and ladies are okay, but sometimes you just got to move on, so I wanted a career change. And my friend told me, hey man, why don't you join the union? And I said, where's the union hall? And she used to work with Silver Gates.
Okay.
So she told me about the union. So I came, and then I joined the union. And when I joined the union, Ramon Duran was a business agent.
Okay.
And back then it was $500 to join. This was in 1998.
1998.
That's a long time. I'm 62 now.
Yeah, 62 now.
Yeah.
Are you still working?
Yeah, I'm still working. Still working.
What are you working today? What's your job today?
Right now, we just finished a job. I work with Balfour Beatty on the railroad track under Caltrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big project. Working on the railroad. I've worked with Shimmick Construction before.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get on the job with the tunnel.
You have to show whether you have in this book.
Yeah.
Project you work.
Yeah.
Yeah, show us.
Okay. Well, this is the Google.
What is this book?
This is the Google project.
The Google project.
Yeah, it's called Pathways. And it's Charleston East at Bayview. The big project is called Bayview.
Yeah.
And when the project ended, I saw Enrique there. There was a big celebration with all the union members and all the union business trades.
Yes.
And all the building trades. And this is my picture right here.
Let's see. The company is really proud.
Yes, they were very, very proud of me.
It's okay.
So Muhammed is there.
It's a very proud.
I gotta tell you one thing about Muhammed. Muhammed is a great member. We're proud to have Muhammed as a La Union Local 270 member. And the great thing of La Yuna is the interest to the construction industry. So we're laborers. We are the tenders. We tend every trade, the carpenters, operators, you name it, right? So we welcome everyone. And La Yuna membership here in the Bay Area, in particular in Local 270, Santa Clara County, one of the richest counties in the nation, is over 90% immigrant members. Yeah. Immigrants are the one.
Yes.
That's why they left a legacy of being the hardest workers. They became skilled workers, and they really make money for the company. So companies love La Yuna.
The immigrants build America.
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Very, very true.
Yeah, we La Yuna build America. We build the highways, the buildings, the high-rising buildings, the dams, the train.
Yeah.
We work on the train.
Yeah, Caltrain.
On the solar.
You know the big red train that you see with Caltrain? Yeah, we worked on that project. And I work with Shimmick too, Shimmick Construction, the phase 1 of the project.
Right.
And Berryessa.
Yes, I remember that.
And then the tunnel's phase 2.
Right.
So hopefully I can go on that project.
No, absolutely. Yes. You have a lot of experience.
Yes. And I worked with Stacy and Whitbeck too.
Okay.
20 years ago on Tasman. We did the railroad on Tasman.
What Mohammed is trying to get into the tunnel project. We're going to start a tunnel project in the next 8 months. Yeah. It's going to connect the BART, Bay Area Transportation Train, to the San Jose train station.
The Diridon station.
Yes, the
Diridon station.
Right. And then from the Diridon train station, it's going to connect to the San Jose Airport, International Airport. So that project is going to last long, at least 9 years. And we're going to send great workers and skilled workers with experience like Mohammed.
Yeah.
You have to.
Hopefully. I'm looking forward to that project because I worked on phase 1. And the Diridon, you know the Diridon station? I remember Diridon, we used to do precinct walking for it.
Yes.
I've done a lot for the union, and the union has done a lot for me. You know, I've done precinct walking for the union. I've took a whole bunch of classes, confined space, OSHA 10, shop steward class. Right. I got all that.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
He mentioned something important.
Yeah.
Training.
He helped us as a volunteer member to walk for years and years, trying to pass the bond measure so we can make this project happen. Remember that?
Yeah.
In the precinct walking for the members to vote and approve that measure, and also talk to the city council members and the county supervisors. Yeah. And he was one of the guys who thanks to his volunteer time, we create this job.
Yeah.
Now he deserves to work on the job that you really fight for years ago.
Yeah. See, those are the fruits of my labor. Yeah. You see, that's why it's very important for members to understand. Even during hard times when you've been laid off, you don't lose hope. You know, you don't lose hope. You know, because you got to think positive all the time. Yeah. When you're negative, bad things happen for you. You know, you're always negative. Oh, I'm black. I'm not tall enough. I don't speak. No. You have to persevere. You have to look forward, and you got to work hard, and you just got to keep trying and keep going forward. You know, because we used to go to the council meetings too. At City Hall, remember? At City Hall.
Yes.
For BART, the project. He mentioned
and
that.
We make it happen.
We made it happen. The phase 1, Berryessa. And now they're doing the phase 2.
And you're talking a project that creates thousands of jobs.
Thousands of jobs.
Millions of hours to the trust funds.
To the trust fund.
For the members.
For the members. And for the retirees.
For the retirees.
To pay the benefits.
Yeah.
For the retirees. Because we need, you see, that's why volunteer work is so important.
Right.
Because there are projects that we need. But if we don't show up to these meetings and we don't precinct walk and we don't get these members who support the La Yuna for these big projects, we can't get these big projects because there were a lot of people who were against this project.
Right.
Remember?
Right. who
We kept fighting and kept fighting.
who went to
And
the went to the podium and started talking bad about the projects, right?
Yeah.
They said that projects create a lot of traffic,
Yeah.
congestion, and
Yeah.
but we say, hey, we gotta create jobs for the local hiring.
Yeah.
Say that
And for the economy.
for the economy.
You see?
Mohammed
We need to provide work so we can take care of our families too, and to help the economy.
Right.
It's very, very important. You know, so I can't stress it enough. Volunteer work, precinct walking, going to meetings. I come to union meetings still. You know?
That's what
I
makes.
have one question. Do you remember, or you can tell me what's the difference between the before Enrique's administration and now?
Oh, huge difference. You know, in the beginning, see, I didn't know. Jim Homer was a business agent for a long time. Jim did good too.
Yes, did good.
Jim helped me out a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
But I see the differences, you know, because like he was saying, all those projects that we had to fight for,
Yo.
the volunteering, the precinct walking, and all these council members that we did the walking for, they did the bidding for the La Una for us to get our man hours.
Yeah.
You see, for these projects, and the projects will help the economy and to create more man hours for the union.
Right.
And it's good for the whole economy. And I see the huge difference, you know. Enrique, his administration, they are on their game.
Right.
You know, they've been working hard, they've been going. And the delegates, the international,
Yo.
we need to thank the international too, because
Right.
it's very, very, very important
Right.
Yeah.
for the international.
No, I'm proud of Mohammed. Mohammed mentioned the previous business manager was a good business manager
Yes.
too. But his time came up. He got older and he retired.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I was young when I got in, and I was with a lot of energy, and then I worked hard. And thanks to the great volunteers like Mohammed, we achieved a lot of goals.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why he's proud of me, I'm proud of him, right? Because the union is only strong if the union, if you get involved in the union activities.
That's right.
And we can talk hours on that, but you know, I'm glad that you understand that hopefully we can have more members like Mohammed.
Yeah.
It's only, unfortunately, it's only a small percentage that understand the mission that Mohammed understands.
Yes.
Otherwise, we will be more powerful. But we have people like Mohammed, even if it's, let's say, 5%, that 5% is the one who sustain still the union.
Mohammed, I would like to ask you how important the labor's movement.
Oh, the labor's movement is very, very important. You see, because I took a class, the shop steward class,
Yeah.
and we watched a video of the whole labor's movement, the North American labor's movement from the beginning, from over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a fight and a struggle for prevailing wages.
Yep.
The 8 to 5, the 40-hour week. After 40 hours, we had to fight for time and a half.
Yeah.
All this was a fight, and they didn't want to pay it. But we had to fight, and we won. And then on Sundays, we get double time.
Yeah.
So you see how important it is for members, because nothing is just handed to us. We need to fight for our benefits,
Right.
health and welfare,
Yep.
our annuity, and to pay our retirees.
Yeah.
We have to work, and we have to go to these contractors
Nation.
and fight for our rights so we can get our hours in to pay our benefits, to keep our union going. And we need to support members, council members, who will go and fight for us to get these big projects. Because projects that pay prevailing wages, a lot of the contractors, they don't want to pay. But when we fight and we struggle, we fight and we keep fighting, we get these projects, like the bar project.
Right.
In the beginning, we had to go to meetings. We had to do precinct walkings. against a lot of opposition. But in the end, we won. And we did the phase 1. Look how successful the phase 1 project was, the light rail to Berryessa. Now we've got the second phase, the tunnel project. And all these projects, if you don't fight and you don't do your precinct walking, you're not going to get it.
Right.
And I'm very, very proud of the Laborers Union.
Thank you. Thank
And the International.
No, thank you.
But we got to keep fighting.
Yeah.
We can't stand still because nothing's given to us. We have to go get it.
Muhammad, maybe we are in no more time, but I would like to ask 2 questions. One is, you want to write a book?
Yes.
You told me you want to write a book.
I want to write a book
About?
to share my experiences, my strength, and my hope with what I learned from the union and how important it is for members and all internationals, all unions, not only the laborers, all unions, for us to fight. Because if we don't fight, we're not going to get what we deserve.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to get our benefits. We're not going to get our annuity. We're not going to get our medical.
That's right.
And our retirement. You know?
That is the second question.
Yes.
Are you thinking to retire?
Yeah, when my time is up. When I'm 65, I'm 62. I have to keep going.
Yeah,
but even after retirement, I want to still stay active.
Right.
I want to stay active in the union because maybe somebody can learn from my experience and my strength and my hope. And maybe I can help another person. That's why I want to write the book.
You have to.
I need you guys to help me to write the
I
book.
would like to help you. Really, I would like to.
And I would really appreciate
I
it.
want to close remarks with what Mohammed, a great name, mentioned. He mentioned that it's not only local 270, it's a coordination with the International District Council
Yes.
and the other unions.
Yes.
It is true. We got to work
Absolutely.
together.
We got to work together.
Together as a team.
Yeah, it's
That's how together we go forward.